Hello, my name's Anthony Gill. I've just been asked to do a quick 1 or 2 minute video about how to perform an Acinar score on pancreatic tumours. The basic principles are that you examine the Acinar score at the neck margin. We often embed them on face, but you can also do them in serial transverse sections if that's how you do it. We assess the entire neck margin, so on face that's 1 or 2 blocks. If it's serial transverse sections, it might be a 3 or 4. It's important that you only assess the actual pancreatic tissue, for example, not adjacent fatty tissue. And sometimes it can be hard to tell chronic pancreatitis with fatty metaplasia from fat. Obviously, the residual islet cells are useful. Basically, we score it in 5% intervals so that the surface area occupied by acinar cells, fibrous tissue, and fat is estimated, and they should all add up to 100%. So if you look at this example, this is pretty much a near normal pancreas. There's probably a tiny bit of fat. Is that any more than normal? Maybe not, and maybe a little bit of fibrosis. So I'd call that 95% acinar tissue, 5% fibrosis. Here's another example. This has been frozen. We can see it's almost all fat, almost all acinar tissue, and I'd call that about 100% acinar tissue, 0% fat, 0 fibrosis. Here we have extensive fibrosis. Importantly, we can see residual islets here, so we know that this is pancreatic tissue, not scar tissue. This is about 5% acinar cells and about 95% fibrosis with no fat. Here we have a lot of fibrosis. Again, we have some residual acinar tissue there. We have ducts, so we know we're in pancreas, not scar tissue. This is about maybe 5 or 10%, 10% acinar, 90% fat, 90% fibrosis and no fat. Here we have again more heavy fibrosis with inflammation. Again, we've got ducts and islets. So this is about 95% fibrosis, 5% acinar. Here we have quite a bit of fatty change. Out here, we don't include out here because there is no acinar cell or islets here, but we include the fat within the pancreas, within the parenchyma. So I'd estimate this is about 20% fat, about 20% fibrosis, and 60% acinar cells. Here we have about 40% acinar cells, maybe about 5 or 10% fat, and about 50% fibrosis. Here we have about 20% fat, 10% fibrosis, and 70% acinar cells. Here we have about 90% fibrosis, 5 or 10% acinar cells. And again, here we have some fat as well within the pancreatic parenchyma, 10% fat, 80% fibrosis, 10% acinar cells. Here we have about 90% acinar cells, 10% fat. Here we have maybe 20% fat, 20% acinar cell, 20% fat, 20%, 30% fibrosis, 50% acinar cells. Here we have about 50% fat, 40% fibrosis, 10% acinar. And that's all I have to show you.